law of attraction, right? Can you tell us?
Law of attraction is basically the science that what I feel is what I attract. There's a formula which I talk about which says FTBA as if I already have it, which means feel, think, believe, and act as if I already have something.
Basically, who manifests and everything.
Correct. So feel, think, believe, and act as if I already have it. So then from that point of view, does law of attraction work?
The Gen Zs and everyone, they are about to get married.
So the biggest mistake in law of attraction made by most people is trying to manifest a particular person. Never do that. Why?
So many people procrastinate or overthink.
So the reason of procrastination is always there are two words that controls your emotion, controls your action. It's called pain and pleasure. Anything that you feel painful towards, you will avoid. Anything you feel pleasure towards, you will move towards.
A lot of Indians have this goal of buying their dream car, like BMW or like Volvo.
Correct. So one of my favorite activities whenever I talk about me achieving some of these specific material goals, I love using the vision board activity. Where what I did personally in my case of the Mercedes first time is first I went and took a test drive.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Real Knowledge Club Summit. Today, we are going to present to you one of the incredible thought leaders, transformational icon, India's one of the greatest law of attraction and manifestation coaches, right? We are bringing them to you, who has empowered more than 1 million people in India and across the world. He has also been endorsed by incredible legendary actors like Hrithik Roshan as India's most trusted coaches. His wisdom transcends boundaries, empowering individuals in all areas of life, from having abundance in wealth to like relationship and love, one of the most important things. Without any further delay, let's all welcome none other than who is Mitesh Khatri, the prolific speaker, the visionary mind who has empowered so many people's lives in law of attraction, law of manifestation, how they can achieve in all the three areas of life, right? Like three F's: fitness, finances, family, and everything, and how you can manifest your dream life by applying these fundamental principles, because tactics can work now or after, but principles is going to be forever, right? And how you can apply this and make your life, make your year one of the best years, 2025, how you can buy your dream car, dream life partner, the most intelligent, the most amazing, the most energetic, and how you can make 2025 one of the most extraordinary years. Without any further delay, let's all welcome Mitesh Khatri to the Real Knowledge Club Summit.
Hey
Hi,
Akshay, thank
Mitesh.
you so much for inviting me here. It's an absolute pleasure to be with you, with your community, and with all these amazing people who are watching this podcast today. Thank you so much for allowing me to be part of this beautiful platform. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for taking your super valuable time and coming up over. Amazing. And Mitesh, I truly believe like we had met like couple of years back at the FBR event in Chennai at the Nila Palace, and it's been so amazing to see you. Every time I speak to you, that's so much energy and optimism. I love that. Yep.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Akshay. And it's equal both ways. I found you so energetic since then, and you're constantly following up to make sure that this podcast happens. The kind of people you've already interviewed to make sure that your audience gets the best exposure to the kind of knowledge that you really want to spread is totally amazing. Your commitment, your dedication is amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, and Mitesh, I'm so curious to know for all the people who are hearing this word like law of attraction, right? Can you tell us what exactly it is and like how does it work? Does it even really work or not? Because some people tell like doing the work actually makes the progress, right? All these things, does it really work or not?
Okay, done. So first of all, let's understand what law of attraction is. Law of attraction is basically the science that what I feel is what I attract, right? There's a formula which I talk about which says FTBA as if I already have it, which means feel, think, believe, and act as if I already have something. Now, the problem is most people say that law of attraction doesn't work because people say, mehnat karo sab mil jayega. Work hard, you'll get everything. But are there not people in the world who are working hard and not getting results? Are there also not people in the world who have not worked very hard but have got the results? Correct? So
Correct.
the important part is not only action. The important part is to combine all four areas of life. How you feel also has to be matching with your goals. How you think And what you believe has to be matching with your goals. How you act has to be matching with your goals. Example of that. Let's take a health example. If I want to lose weight, is it important to take action to lose weight? What would you say? Yes or no?
Yeah, absolutely. We have to take the action.
Tell me what normal action any human being needs to take to lose weight. Give me
One
an
has
example.
to go to gym or like do running, exercise, walking.
Correct. Now, all these things are basic actions that will obviously create results. And everybody
Yes.
knows that I need to follow the right diet, I need to exercise, correct? The problem is,
Yep.
are people able to do it?
No, they're not
Why?
doing. They're procrastinating. They're lazy. Mm.
Exactly. So, why are they not able to do it? Because their emotions are not something that they're working on. They're
Yes.
trying to take action, but they're not trying to regulate their emotions first. Law of attraction works when you are first taking control of your emotions. Example, a person who regularly exercise every day, not only to lose weight, but as a lifestyle. What is that person feeling about exercising? I'll give you an example. Recently, I was doing a podcast with a guy called Arvind. He's owner of a channel called A2 Motivation. And when I was talking to him in person, he's got abs now. Okay. So I
Wow.
was asking him, how did you build abs? Like, how do you look like you're very fond of fitness. He said, I'm not fond of fitness. I'm crazy of fitness. He says, I'm crazy about it. So, what is his emotional connection with fitness, with exercising? It's a love relationship,
Mm.
right? He loves exercising. Versus people who want to lose weight and not losing weight are people who don't feel good about exercising. So, what is manifestation? Manifestation or law of attraction is being able to first regulate and control your feelings as if you love exercising first. Two,
Mm.
having these thoughts that I love exercising, believing that this is my minimum standard of life. Getting up in the morning, brushing my teeth is a minimum standard. Getting up in the morning, doing my exercise is a minimum standard in my life. When I believe that, now taking action is effortless. Because if someone is feeling love towards exercise, if someone is thinking that exercising is passion of my life, if someone is believing that that's the minimum standard of my life, for an example, have you ever thought of leaving your house without wearing clothes?
No, never.
कभी सोचा कि चलो आज तो ऐसे ही चलते हैं?
No,
Have you tried?
we
नहीं
never
ना.
do it.
So that means wearing clothes is your minimum standard of life. Would you
Right.
agree?
It's like a hygiene standard. Absolutely.
Minimum hygiene, right?
Yes.
Just like that, when exercising becomes your minimum hygiene as a belief system, then the exercising becomes effortless.
Mm.
So now you tell me that if law of attraction is what I am telling you, which is feel as if you already have the goal, as if exercising is part of your life forever. Think like a champion, believe like a person who's someone who loves fitness every day, like a minimum hygiene, and then take action versus someone who says only work hard, forget about the emotions. Who will succeed
Mm.
faster? One or the second one?
The basically the one who thinks, right? Like the basically who manifests and everything.
Correct. So feel, think, believe, and act as if I already have it. So then, from that point of view, does law of attraction work?
Yeah,
Of course.
absolutely. It works. Right.
That's the point. So that is law of attraction now. You can apply this in relationships, you can apply this in career, you can apply this in financial life. So for an example, let's say relationship. Somebody wants to attract a life partner. I would say write down the emotions that you would feel with a life partner after you're married, but 1 month later, not the day you got married. For a lot of people, law of attraction doesn't work because they are trying to feel excited as if they just got the goal today.
Mm.
But not the real emotion that you're trying to attract. 1 month after you are married, what are the emotions that someone would have? By the way, are you married, Akshay? I never asked you.
No, I'm still single, yet to get married.
Tell me, 1 month after you are married, would you have the same excitement 1 month later or 2 months later that you had on the day of your marriage?
No, it'll
No, not
slowly be reducing.
correct. So tell me, one
Yes.
or 2 months later after marriage, what emotions would any normal person have? Tell me, give me an example. And if some of us are watching live, you can even answer in the chat window.
Yes, basically, we feel like love, companionship, like friendship, like we feel like more protected, we feel more humble, we feel somebody is there for us. us to talk with, like somebody's on our back to protect us and everything.
Correct. So some of the words are feeling companionship,
Yes.
feeling love. Can I also say feeling calm and relaxed now that I'm married, feeling
Yes.
secured? So you
Right.
write down these feelings and now you start working towards feeling these feelings from today.
Mhm.
Not the excitement of being married, but the relaxation of having a companion in your life. When you start
Absolutely.
feeling every day, you're feeling satisfied. Every day, you're feeling as if you have a companion in your life. Every day, you're feeling as if you're relaxed in your life because you're already married. If you maintain this feeling every day, now when you meet people to get married, whether it's through arranged marriage or whether it's through dating through multiple apps nowadays, but now when I talk to people and because I'm already feeling relaxed, will I give the vibes of a desperate person when I meet you?
No.
No. Will I give you the vibes of I need to get married?
No.
No. So if I don't give you those vibes, and if I continue giving you vibes of I'm relaxed around you, I feel like already being friends with you, then what are the chances that I will find a good partner in my life? Low, medium, or
There
high.
is more higher chances, right? Because once we are in relaxed mode.
Exactly. So that is why law of attraction works. When we first work on our feelings, thoughts, and beliefs, then the actions become effortless. As a result of that, the result also becomes effortless. That is law of attraction from my point.
Absolutely loved it. Amazing. And Mitesh, for many of the people who are watching, most are like the Gen Zs and everyone. They are about to get married. They are in their early, like 27, 28, like that. Now,
Correct.
can you tell us with a practical example? Imagine they want to get married to a doctor, right? And they are loving someone, like a particular person, right? And they are like, that person is not coming. What should I do? How should I go about? How they can basically apply this law of attraction and manifestation and marry to the partner whom they really love.
Okay. So the biggest mistake in law of attraction made by most people is trying to manifest a particular person. Never do that. Why?
Mhm.
The moment I say I
Yes.
want this particular person in my life, think about it, Akshay. Will you easily feel relaxed or worried?
More worried because our concentration is not on one person,
And not just that, you have the fear of what if it doesn't work,
missing out. Yeah,
right? And you have that desperation of when will it happen?
correct.
So, with the feelings of worry, with the feelings of fear of missing that person, with the feelings of desperation of when will it happen, what are the chances of attracting that person in your life or any person in your life?
Probability is very less.
And even if you attract, you'll sabotage. So, the
Yes.
best thing to do is don't manifest a particular person. So, what do we manifest? Manifest the end result. Everybody, write this down if you're listening to this. Always manifest the end result, not where the result will come from. Example, in this case, the end result is the person or the end result is a happy married life. What is the end result?
Happy married life.
Exactly. Is the end result having that person in your life or is the end result having love in your life? What is the end result?
Having love in the life.
Yep. Now, some people would be obsessed and say, no, I want love from this person. But my
Yeah.
question is, don't you know people who are married to the person they always loved but later got divorced?
Yes, absolutely.
So then,
Yeah.
even though they got that person, did they really get love? If they got divorced for
No,
that person, did they get love? No. So
it's
don't
more
try to
harm compared to good. Hmm.
exactly. So don't try to manifest the person, manifest the end result. What is the end result in this case? Love is the end result in this case. Happy married life is the end result in this case. So I would say the affirmation
Absolutely.
here would be I'm already happily married and I have an amazing life partner. I and my life partner have a lot of love, respect, and intimacy between us. We are the best of friends. We love spending time with each other. Or you can do an affirmation which most people say, which is wrong from my point of view. I'm married to this particular person and I'm happily married. What affirmation is better?
Manifesting, I'm going to marry this kind of person instead of just a name, right? So that we will open more opportunities.
Yes. So I would not recommend saying, I'm married to a doctor, I'm staying in London. I would not manifest that because then you're getting desperate and you're being narrow minded about where happiness can come from, where love can come from. What if the love comes from somewhere else? Do you have a problem with that? You want $1 million. Doesn't matter where the $1 million come from. No.
Absolutely.
So then
Right.
manifest the $1 million, not that the $1 million comes from this particular door, not that love comes from this particular door. Open up all the doors for the universe and say, universe, I am feeling loved. I am happily married. I am already a millionaire. Now, where you give that money from, where you give that love from, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता.
Absolutely.
आने
Love
दो, सब
that.
जगह से.
Right, like we have to be open, having that optimistic mindset instead of like being pessimist is one of the most important takeaways. Love that. And Mitesh, recently I saw like Gitesh winning the world chess champion, right? And it was all over the news, right? And he was also telling he applied like law of manifestation. How basically when he can do it, now imagine if one has to become a disruptor like a Elon Musk disrupting like a SpaceX or like something like that. If one wants to disrupt like a longevity or like healthcare right now in India, so many people have become diabetic, all those things. How can one basically apply, and what is the big lesson which we can learn from the world chess champion?
Okay, done. There's a concept called have, do, be. Write it down if you want. Have dash do dash be, which means that first I want to have something, then I will do something, then I will become something. An example of that would be, first I want to have the trophy of the world champion in the world, then I will do what world champions do, then I will become a world champion. Correct? Now, this can be applied in all four areas of life. HRCM, health, relationships, career, or money. Example, first, I want to have a wonderful gym where I can go. Then I will do what people do in the gym, which is exercise. Then I will lose weight and I will be healthy. Now, most people live their life like this, have to be. Actually, we are not supposed to live like this. As per law of manifestation, it's be, do, have. What does be, do, have? First, you be the kind of person you need to be in order to have what you need to have. Example, let's take Gitesh's example. So obviously he used affirmation that said, one day I'm going to be a world champion. I'm going to be the youngest chess world champion in the world. Right? That's an affirmation. Now, if I am working as a world champion, what is my being? Am I being inspired or am I being desperate every day? What do you think?
Inspired every day, he's waking up with the energy.
Correct. Am I being passionate about chess or am I being lazy about chess?
Passionate.
Exactly. Now, the problem is most people, when they think about manifestation like this, when you asked me, how do you disrupt the world? The focus is not supposed to be on disruption. The focus is
Mhm.
not supposed to be on how I will have that first. The focus is supposed to be on who do I need to be to deserve that result, right?
Mhm.
Write that down. Take an Excel sheet and write down, okay, who do I need to be in order to have that result in my life? What do I need to do in order to have that result in my life? So when my being is powerful, my doing is effortless and powerful. I'll give you an
Right.
example. A friend of mine said he wants to become a football champion one day. He's been working hard for 2 years, but he was not able to do it. So I asked him for the first time, I said, are you really passionate about football? He said, yes, I am. I said, prove it to me. In the last 2 years, have you, if you really want to become a world champion, how many hours in a day do you have to practice football? Give me an example.
More than like 8 hours.
4 or 5 hours in a day minimum?
Yeah, yeah. Right.
I asked him, how many hours a day do you practice every day for the last 2 years? He said, hardly 1 hour. I said, why? I thought you love football. He says, yes, I love football. I said, then why aren't you able to do it? He says, I don't know why I procrastinate. I said, I'll tell you why. Because you don't love football, you love the outcome that comes from football. Tell me, why do you want to be a footballer? He said, I love the idea of the crowd roaring for me when I play a goal in the field, like Ronaldo does. And he says, I love the idea of being a brand ambassador for big, big brands, right? Having millions of dollars and having millions of fans in the world. I would love to have that. I said, great. But that's the having part. You remember have to be? That's the having part. So in case of this friend of mine, is he more focused on the having or is he more focused on the being of a footballer? What do you think?
Having, he wants to have that.
Now, if he does affirmations every day, do you really think he'll become a footballer?
No.
No, he won't. So the first thing he needs to do is find out what does he really want to be.
Mm.
And for the first time, when he really realized that, He said, okay, I'm going to drop this idea of being a footballer because actually I'm not passionate about football. I'm passionate about something else. And he realized he was more passionate about cricket.
Mm.
So then he started really working hard towards cricket, and now he's playing well. But the point is, for that, he had to first be honest with whom?
With himself.
With himself, that okay, this is who I am as a person, right?
Correct.
Like there are some people who are outgoing and there are some people who are introvert. Correct?
Right.
Example. Would you say you are an introvert person or an extrovert person?
Extrovert.
Okay. If you're an extrovert person, then every activity which is related to extrovert will work for you.
Yes.
Doing a podcast, for an example,
Yeah.
will be successful because you are an extrovert person. Now, if a person says, I also want to do podcasts like Akshay,
Mm.
but he's being introvert, do you think it'll work for him?
No.
No. So, once again, the answer of your question is don't work on the having of disrupting the world, work on who you are originally as a person first. I don't
Right.
think when Elon Musk started, he started with the idea of disrupting the world. That happened, right?
Absolutely.
It happened as a result of he being passionate about what? If you really think about it, what is Elon Musk really passionate about? He's passionate
It's
about sending people to the moon.
correct.
He's passionate about engineering of how the rocket can go up and come back and land.
Mm.
He's
Yes.
passionate about um, electric cars, right?
Yeah.
He's passionate about building a hole under the ground, calling it a boring company. So he's
Yeah.
a crazy engineer. If you really think about it, he's an engineer.
Absolutely. Mm.
So that's his being. So for him, when something goes wrong in his company called Tesla, does he close the company and run away?
No, never.
Why? Because he loves doing what he does. So he will be
Absolutely.
sleeping in the factory. He will be working hard 365 days in a year because he loves doing what he does. He does. For him, it's not hard work. He loves doing it. Ask a mother who's just a new mother,
Mm.
how many hours do you invest in taking care of your child? What would a mother say?
Her entire day, right? Like she spends her taking care of the child.
Exactly. Now, if you ask her, how does she work so hard? She'll say, I love my baby. There is no hard work in this. I love doing what I do. So for the whole year, she doesn't realize how time passes.
Mm.
That doesn't mean it's easy. My question is, when it becomes very difficult, does she disown the child and leave?
No.
Now that proves that she really is in love with the child.
Yeah.
Correct? So how do you know if you're really passionate about something? Not when you're enjoying it. You really know when you're passionate about something when there are problems, and are you still doing that or have you left it?
Right. That's
During difficult
wonderful.
times, if you're still doing it, it means you truly love the person or you're truly passionate about that activity.
Right.
Then
Absolutely.
manifestation will work for you in that area. So be honest with yourself. What do you really love to do?
Mm.
Then disruption will happen through you in that area automatically.
Amazing. Amazing. One of the big takeaways is like doing what we love to do and being at the being stage, right? Amazing. And Mitesh, like right now in India, like 90% of people are earning less than 25,000 rupees per month, which is like 3 lakhs per annum. How can one basically get to like the top 1%? How can basically one can find the true life's purpose, right? Ultimate clarity and align the goals, whatever they have, and how they can reach the ultimate life, the top 1% life, whatever they dream.
So there are two questions that you have actually here. Part one of
Yeah.
the question is how does one increase their income, right?
Yep.
And the second part of the question is how does someone live a luxurious life like the 1% top people in the world?
Yes.
Okay, so let's take it one step at a time. The
Sure.
first question being, how does somebody increase their income? Actually, right now, we are living in an age and a time which is the luckiest time to make money in the world. No
Yes.
matter how much people say the market is down and there is a problem in the market and COVID and this and that, it's the luckiest time in the world to make money. How?
100%.
How can we make money? If you really look at the fundamentals of making money, tell me who gives you money. Give me an example.
If we solve a problem for a specific person, they are going to pay us money.
Correct? So for someone to give you money, somebody has to become your customer.
Right.
Is that fair?
Yes.
In today's world, the accessibility towards customers because of internet, because of social media is unlimited.
100%.
Unlimited, right?
Yep.
So how does somebody increase their income? Very simple. Simple, think about something that you're good at where you can help somebody with that strength for free. Don't sell it, for free. Okay. But whatever you are serving people with, whatever you are selling people to, can have multiple levels. It can have a taster level, an experience level, and a hand holding level. What is the meaning of that? When you go to a DMart, or when you go to a Reliance Mart, or when you go to a big bazaar, when you enter, they give you a taster of something.
Yeah.
Try a
Right.
right? But do they give you the whole chocolate bar to take home for free?
No, no, no. They just give a sample. Yeah.
Right? So that is a taster.
Yes.
Then if you want, you can buy the chocolate. But if they
Mm.
had not given you the taster, would you have bought the chocolate?
No.
No. Once you buy the chocolate, now there is a hand holding experience in the future saying, what more can we give you?
Mm.
I'll give you an example of this. There's a lady in Dubai when she was pregnant at home and she was not moving out of the house too much. One day she was sitting at home and she was craving for chocolate. She was thinking what to do. So she decided to make chocolate at home. She had some cocoa powder with her. And in Dubai, if you know, there's a dessert called kunafa. You know what's a kunafa? Have you ever had one?
No.
Oh, it's an
Is
amazing
it
dish.
dates or
Go,
something?
yeah,
Okay.
go to Zomato or go to Swiggy and look for kunafa. You'll love it. It's one of the best desserts in the world. So
Okay.
in Dubai, that's very famous. It's a dessert from that region of the world. So she had some kunafa at home. What she did was she took some cocoa powder, took this kunafa, and she kind of filled the cocoa powder or that chocolate with that kunafa and made a kunafa chocolate.
Added the own flavor into it.
Added her own flavor into it. But she did it for herself because she was pregnant and she was craving chocolate. So she did it for herself and she loved it. It was first time. Now, when she had it, she loved it. Other family members were there. She gave it to them. They loved it. So they told their friends about it. They told their friends about it. People came home. She made it again. One day, an influencer took that video of she making that kunafa chocolate and put it on social media, and that video got 100 million views.
Wow. That's
Now, my
crazy.
question is, did she get access to 100 million customers?
Yes, absolutely.
Correct. Now, these customers started approaching her saying, can we get this chocolate? Today, she's making that chocolate from home. It's called the Dubai chocolate. And she's making 10 lakh rupees per day.
Wow. That's crazy.
She has a website. You can only order that chocolate on her website at 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. People log in at 2 p.m. on her website. By 2:01 p.m., chocolates are sold. They log in at 5 p.m. By 5:01 p.m., chocolates are sold.
It's,
Now tell me, how difficult is it to make money in today's world?
it's super easy.
Very easy. The problem is people are directly obsessed about the result of what this lady got, which is 10 lakhs a day.
Mm.
Don't be obsessed by that having first. Be obsessed about serving first. If people really want to write something down, write this down. Don't be obsessed about the result. Be obsessed about serving. Help people with something that you are good at. Right?
Yes.
It can be food. There is a lady in our society who makes rotis during COVID times.
Mm.
She started making rotis during COVID just to help people. Today is making 2 lakh rupees a month only from rotis. Now
Wow.
tell me, how easy is it to make money in today's market?
It's super easy. We just have to do what we love to do.
Yeah. And don't feel bad about doing small things to start with. So one
Mm.
of the mindset I will tell people who wants to increase their income is love small money and big money both. Respect small money and big money both. The problem is people only respect the big money. Like when you asked me, how do I become the top 1% people in the world? Somewhere in the mind, it's about always loving the big money and not happy about the small money that comes in our life. I would say, write this affirmation down. I love small money and big money both. I respect small money and big money both. The moment you start doing that, now you don't feel small about doing small things to help people. An example of that is, have you heard about this company called Idli Batter?
Not
No.
sure.
So
Yeah.
there's a guy who used to make idli at home, South Indian guy.
Hmm.
Okay. And one day he thought what to do. He wanted to make some money. So he started selling that idli batter in his area, just as a batter. People can make idli out of it. Okay.
Okay.
Today, this has become a multi-million dollar company. But how did it become a multi-million dollar company? By he starting small.
Yes.
right? So I would say write this affirmation down. Not making money is not an option. Not making money is not an option. You have to make money. And to make money, serve people. I love serving people and making money. Write this affirmation down. I love serving people and making money. And now ideas will come from your subconscious about what can I do to serve people to make money. But you got to believe and say every day again and again, I love serving people and make money. I love serving people and make money. And now do every small or big thing, because love small money and big money both, respect small money and big money both. Start doing it, keep doing it consistently, add value to as many people as you can over a period of time. It's easy to make millions nowadays. I hope that
Wonderful,
makes
wonderful. That was super amazing. And Mitesh, can you share us about your backstory, right? Like how you came into like this coaching and law of attraction. And I truly believe you also have impacted so many people, millions of lives, and like you were also able to hit more than 3 crores in 30 days, if I'm not wrong, right?
sense.
And let us know about this journey.
Recently, we closed at 10 crores in a month. So 3 crores
Oh,
is an
wow.
old. Now it's
That's
10 crores a month.
amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much. But the reason we are able to do it is because of just being able to serve and help so many people. That's it. Now, the backstory is actually very simple. I come from a Marwadi family, and I was not very good at education. I was not very good at schooling. I was not very good at working hard. And at that time, I always used to watch movies of Superman, Spider Man, like any young guy, right? And as I was watching those movies, I also always used to have this idea that I wish I had some superpowers.
Hmm.
And those days, I came across a book when I was in Pune, walking at the age of, I think I was 16 years old. And I was walking across a lane called Hong Kong Lane in Pune. There are two bookstores over there. One bookstore is of our brand new books, and the second is of secondhand books. So I was crossing the secondhand books bookstore, and I found a book called Silver Mind Control for the first time. That was the first book in my life I read on manifestation. And suddenly I realized that if I feel that what I want, I already have. If I believe I have, if I close my eyes and I visualize and I live at least 2 to 5 minutes in a day, sit at one place, close your eyes, and visualize your future as if it's already done. Like live it, right? Let's say I want to buy a car. Close your eyes and for 2 minutes, really have a long drive in that car. Feel it. If I want to live in a big house, close your eyes at least 2 minutes in a day and imagine living in this beautiful big house. Close your eyes, visualize having those curtains, having that sofa, the right big television. Roam around in that house for 2 minutes with your eyes closed. Live it. And I learned in that book that if I really, really believed that I can achieve it by closing my eyes and visualizing it and living it, and if I did that every day, I start attracting opportunities which were not available earlier.
Hmm.
And now my subconscious is able to help me to take action, to take advantage of that opportunity also. I also learned that if I don't practice taking care of my feelings, my thoughts, and beliefs, the opportunity may come, but I may not be ready to take action. So I may sabotage the opportunity.
Yes.
Now, that is how my life started with law of attraction. I started practicing, got my first job with law of attraction, which was in Wipro as a call center guy. I worked there for 9 months. After working 9 months, I applied for a job in applied for a loan in Axis Bank. In nine months, your salary is strong enough to get a loan. So I remember I was paying an EMI of 3,500 rupees per month for a 1 lakh rupee loan. And after that, I resigned from that company. I started a training company, started as a corporate trainer. And I remember my first affirmation was, I'm already a corporate trainer and I'm making 50,000 rupees per month happily and easily. 2 months after that, I attracted my first corporate client at 8,000 rupees per day, which was S1 Services Company in Pune. Then I attracted my second, then the third, then the fourth. And this is how I became a corporate trainer. And about 17 years of my career from there, I worked as a corporate trainer. And we went up to a point where we started making 5 lakh rupees per day. My first goal was 50,000 rupees per month. And then came a time when we were making 5 lakhs a day and about 25 lakh per month as a corporate trainer. And during these 17 years, we were teaching law of attraction for free at home because law of attraction was not, we were not selling it as a course at that time, right? So for 17 years, we taught it at home for free every Sunday. And during COVID, when all the corporate training business shut down, we decided, okay, let's start teaching people law of attraction professionally. That's where the first program we introduced called Advanced Law of Attraction. The rest is history. I think since then, more than 25,000 people have already purchased the course, gone through the course, learned a lot, created a lot of results. On YouTube, I think lakhs of people have already gone through free content on law of attraction. And all that history came to a point where we started helping so many people that now we've reached a point where we are making crores a month.
Absolutely love that. And how many years it took you, Mitesh, to come where you are right now as a coach, right? Which year you started and for you to reach like 10 crore right now, how many years and what's the kind of effort and hard work it took you to come here?
As a corporate trainer, it took me 17 years to get to 25 lakhs a month. After
Mm.
corporate training, which was during COVID time when I started law of attraction coaching, it took me 4 years to reach where I am today, which is about 10 crores a month.
Wow, wow, that's amazing. Yeah,
Thank you.
it's so much inspiring. And Mitesh, for all the coaches also who are just thinking whether Indian market works or like US market works in India, do people actually pay money? They have this scarcity mindset. They think like a pessimist, high ticket works or not. What is your thoughts on it, being you working in so many years in the industry?
Okay. Every market in the world, people are willing to pay money if they genuinely see a solution.
Mm.
If they genuinely see a solution, I'll give you an example. If
Yeah.
I'm telling you that after you join the advanced law of attraction course, whatever you were depressed about for the last 5 years, and you've gone to psychotherapists, you've gone to counselors, you've taken tablets, and it's not working. And I'm saying after attending 2 days of advanced law of attraction, you will emotionally feel so happy that you've not felt in the last 5 years. If someone is giving you that level of guarantee, would you be happy to pay for that course?
Yes, absolutely.
Right? So the question is, there are two questions here. One, does a person have a burning problem to solve?
Mm.
Question two, is there anybody he or she can find who has that ability to say, you will get this result by using this product or this service or this course?
Yeah.
If both the answers are yes, that yes, there is a person with a burning problem. Two, I have a solution to that burning problem. Yes, then there is money in every market in the world. Every market in the world. Let's take fitness for an example.
Mm.
The biggest problem in the fitness world right now is everybody has too much knowledge about how to lose weight, but nobody's losing weight. You ask an overweight person how to lose weight, he'll tell you an entire gyan about it. He'll tell you the right diet, he'll tell you the right exercising routine. It's freely available on the internet right now. You don't even have to go anywhere for that knowledge. Correct?
Yeah.
But
Yes.
what if a coach came to you today and said, Akshay, I will help you lose weight, not by giving you the diet, not by giving you the right exercise routine that you can find free on the internet. If you want, I can give it to you for free. But I will charge you only 5,000 rupees per month. But I will make sure that I wake you up in the morning. I will call you personally. I will make sure that I take care of the breakfast that you're eating. You don't have to count your calories. I will count your calories for you. During the day, when you are feeling lazy to exercise, I will call you and I'll make sure that you exercise. I will be your accountability coach. During the day, I will call you 5 times. I will not let you overeat. I will not let you eat the junk food. Question is, do you want to give me that partnership that, okay, Mitesh, I want you to be my coach. Mitesh, I want you to support me to do this. I'm willing to do it, but I need somebody to support me.
100%. Yes.
Right? If somebody is willing to give you that level of support and you're willing to take that level of support, please tell me, would you be willing to pay 5,000 rupees a month to anybody if you really had a burning desire of losing weight? And if someone really is genuinely willing to support you to this level where he's saying, you don't count your calories, I will. You don't worry about motivation. I will call you and motivate you. I will make you exercise.
Yeah,
I
and
call
500,
you 5,000 a day.
right?
It's
5,000 is complete no-brainer if we can get the
no brainer,
results
right?
what we want. Yeah.
At 5,000 rupees a month, how many such students can I get? If I every day go on social media and I give people free information, okay, and every day I tell people, okay, I do this knowledge for free, but if you want to work with me, I can work with you every day. I will call you. I will take care of everything for you, and you pay me 5,000 only when you lose weight. Don't pay me otherwise. There is only one commitment I need from you. I don't want only your money. I want your commitment that you're willing to give me that authority to call you.
Mm.
Now, how many people
Yes.
do you think will pay you for 5,000 rupees a month? Give me an example.
Easily at least 5, 10 people.
Yeah. So somebody who's making 25,000 rupees a month, which is the question you asked me,
Yes.
can easily attract 5 people a month,
Yeah, right.
right? So while a person is doing his job in the IT world, can somebody become somebody's accountable coach, call them during breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
Yeah, absolutely. They can do it.
And on WhatsApp, can they constantly keep motivating them?
Right. They can do it.
If they do it with their job, how difficult is it to make another 25,000 rupees a month along with their job?
It's actually way more easier than them doing the job as well.
So tell me, is the problem that people in India are not willing to pay, or is the problem that people in India are not willing to serve? What is the real problem?
Not willing to serve, not willing to take the action.
The problem is here, people are trying to make money with minimum service. What is minimum
Mhm.
service? I will only give you the diet routine. Rest is up to you, Baba. If you don't lose weight, that is not my problem. I will only give you the exercise routine. Now, if you don't lose the weight, that's your problem, Baba. Arey, that's not service,
Correct. Yes,
right? But if I'm
absolutely.
telling you that I will be with you as your accountable coach, I will serve you like crazy. 5,000 rupees a month is a no brainer. And if you do it
Mhm.
consistently for 3 months, consistently for 6 months, the word spreads. People start losing weight, right? Over a period of time, celebrities will come to you. Do you think the celebrities will pay you 5,000 rupees a month?
They'll pay even more, like 10 times more than that.
Right? So you find your first celebrity for 50,000 rupees a month, right?
Mhm.
He recommends you to somebody else. Over a period of time, you'll be charging 5 lakh rupees a month. How difficult is it to make money if you're genuinely willing to serve somebody?
Yes, yes. It's like so easy, like 10 times easier if we really love and if we are truly passionate about what we do.
What you said, truly passionate about what you do, coming back to the being. The problem is people are being lazy about serving,
Mm.
right? Your focus should not be how much money I can make in the end of the day. That's the having part. Your focus
Mm.
should be the whole day you got to think about what can I do for people? What can I do for people? How can I over deliver? How can I over help?
Right.
And if you're passionate
Absolutely.
about that, and if you're truly, truly, genuinely trying to help people, yes, some people will criticize you for it, no doubt about it. There are people who criticize me for teaching law of attraction,
Mm.
but that's okay. As far as you are willing to serve, there are enough people who want to be served, and then
Correct.
they will pay you money. So there is never a lack of money in the market. That is my guarantee to you. That's the answer to your question.
Absolutely love that. And Mitesh, like I see like so many people procrastinate or like overthink. Like example, like when I tell them start a podcast, you can almost meet great people like Mitesh, Anik Singhal, Neil Patel, Naveen Jain, everyone. They tell like starting a podcast, I don't have audience, I don't have money, I don't have this thing, I don't have that thing, right? And then they keep on like delaying taking action, right? Why it is important one to take action and like why do they actually procrastinate even though they know if they do everything right they'll get the results.
Correct. So the reason of procrastination is always there are two words that controls your emotion, controls your action. It's called pain and pleasure.
Mhm.
Anything that you feel painful towards, you will avoid. Anything you feel pleasure towards, you will move towards. Example,
Yes.
if I am truly feeling pleasure when I'm doing a podcast, when I'm recording a video on YouTube, will I move towards it or will I try to move away from it? You tell me.
Towards it like because you love to do it.
Exactly, right? So my first affirmation should be I love making YouTube videos.
Mm.
And I would say for 10 days, don't make a single YouTube video. Don't take any action for 10 days. For 10 days, prepare yourself for the action where you every day say, I love making YouTube videos. And don't take any pressure for 10 days. Zero pressure. Okay. 10 days, all you're doing is, I love making YouTube videos. I love making YouTube videos. I love making YouTube videos. Got it? After 10 days, for 5 days, sit at one place, close your eyes. First say, I love making YouTube videos. Close your eyes. And for 1 minute every day for 5 days, visualize making YouTube videos. After saying, I love making YouTube videos, don't actually make a video. Okay. Close your eyes and visualize making one. Now, if you're closing your eyes and making a video, is there any pressure?
No, nothing.
No, because there's no camera in front of you. It's not a real video. So, are you going to feel nervous whether people like you or not?
No.
It's not live. So, you're not worried about people giving you negative comments.
Yes.
So, is it going to be easy if somebody closes their eyes and visualizes after 10 days of saying, I love making YouTube videos? After 10 days of saying that, is it easy to close your eyes and visualize it? What would you say?
It is super easy actually.
Super easy, right? Now, do this super easy activity for 5 days.
Mm.
10 days of I love doing videos, 5 days of visualizing it. Now, on the 16th day, which is the fourth week, on the 16th day, sit in front of the camera, say, I love making YouTube videos. switch on the button of recording and start speaking. I guarantee you will make a video effortlessly. Why? Because you prepared yourself to motivate yourself for 15 days, then you took action.
Right.
Does that make sense? What people try to do is
Absolutely.
they try to take action every day and they push themselves every day. Of course,
Mhm.
action is important, but if you don't prepare yourself, if you don't condition yourself the way I told you, then there is no motivation. True motivation is conditioning your subconscious mind that you love doing that activity.
Mm. First, we have to
Procrastination,
win the mind.
exactly. Procrastination is an already conditioned mind. I don't like doing this activity.
Yes, absolutely.
So I
I
repeat,
love the analogy.
procrastination is an already conditioned mind. I don't like doing this activity. Action is a conditioned mind. I love doing this activity.
Right.
So take the
Absolutely.
time to condition it first. 15 days. We do a program called Daily Magic Practice every day from Monday to Friday at 9 p.m. And during this magic practice, we tell people just visualize with me every day. Just exercise the affirmations with me every day. And believe me, Akshay, there are people who told me they were procrastinating for 2 years.
Mm.
After 15 days, they start taking action. How? Because now we're conditioning their mind for doing something which they hated earlier. Now they are saying they love doing it. So no more
Absolutely.
procrastination because now the mind is not conditioned to say, I don't like it. Now the mind is conditioned to saying, I love doing this. And while you're conditioning the mind, don't take action because right now you don't like doing it. So first
Right.
focus on conditioning the mind, the action will happen effortlessly. In fact, let's do one thing. For those people who are a little skeptical about this activity, let's give them the access to DMP for free. Okay, I'll give you a link in your name.
Sure.
Let people click on that link in the description below the video later, and they can subscribe to the 30 days daily magic practice, which is for a reasonable fee. We charge people for a monthly fee. But to your audience who's watching this right now for a limited period of time of only 1 month after this video is released, we'll keep this link active for you. Let people click on it,
Absolutely.
register on it, and let them come and condition their mind for 30 days and realize it for themselves. Simple. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. It is going to be amazing. Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's how we take action in life. Condition your mind.
Right. Love that. Mitesh, as you told, like conditioning, like we have to think first, we have to win in the mind, and then we have to go and put in the work and everything. Now, Mitesh, lot of Indians have this goal of buying, like their dream car, like BMW or like Volvo, like XC90, which is one of the world's safest car. Now, you had bought your Mercedes Benz, right? Like, can you tell us, like, how did you like visualize? Like, did you put out the wallpaper in your laptop, in your computer, in your phone? Like, how did you basically make it happen?
Correct. So one of my favorite activities whenever I talk about me achieving some of these specific material goals, I love using the vision board activity. Where what I did personally in my case of the Mercedes first time is first I went and took a test drive
Hmm.
because I realized that when I want to buy something and if I don't even have the guts to go and take a test drive of it, it means I don't deserve it.
Yes.
Okay. I'll
Right.
give you another example. I remember once I and Indu, we were having a holiday about 10 years ago in Thailand. And we were in a shopping mall and we saw a particular store. No, this was not Thailand. This was Singapore now, I remember. And in Singapore, we were in the shopping mall and we saw a store and there was a beautiful jeans. I loved the way the jeans looked. So I went close to the jeans and I said, how much is it for? So obviously I had to go inside the store for it. I went inside and the jeans was for 1.5 lakhs.
Oh my God.
I was like, this is crazy. 1.5 lakhs for a jeans. So I just came out. I said, this is a waste of money. And I saw, okay, what is the name of the store? It was Armani. Okay.
Okay.
From that day, every time I saw Armani in a shopping center, guess what I did? Walk away.
You escaped from that place.
I stopped entering Armani store after that. Okay. But then I remember one day I said, if I really want to be rich enough to buy Armani clothes as my normal routine, then the first thing I need to do is enter the store.
Yeah.
Feel comfortable to enter the store. Believe that you deserve it. You don't even have to buy it. Enter the store. Okay. So I started entering the store, looking at the prices and feeling comfortable with it first. Same thing I did with a car. I went for a test drive, looked at the car, understood the features, took a picture with it. And now in my house, there's a vision board, and people who are getting the free access to 30 days DMP, I'm also giving you my actual vision board. So let me see if I can show you my vision board here. Ritesh,
Sure.
can you give me my vision board, please? So I actually use the same vision board to give it to my students also. And this is the vision board where for the first time I added my Mercedes car. I think about 1 year after that, we bought the Mercedes. Because when you
Awesome.
look at something every day, it gets imprinted in your subconscious that you already have it. Then you start attracting the opportunities, and as a result of that, that thing comes in your life. So an example is this. So if you observe here, I'm with Tony Robbins, and
Wow.
when I did this, I always wanted to be a platinum member with Tony Robbins, but I found his investment very expensive, like 50 lakhs for a year. And
Okay.
once I put it on the vision board, I remember exactly 8 or 9 months after that, I became his platinum member.
Wow.
Then uh, here is the car. One Once I added this on the vision board, within a year I bought the car. Now we've got the Rolls Royce here. So I don't know when the Rolls Royce will come, but it's there on the vision board. Okay. So this is how we use the vision board activity to constantly program my subconscious mind that I already have this. The idea is, Akshay, to be very comfortable with that thing with you. I'll give you an example of what I'm trying to say. Right now, somebody who does not have a Mercedes, if you tell them one day you'll buy a Mercedes, they have two mixed emotions. Emotion number one, excitement. Emotion number two, discomfort.
Correct.
Right? Like, kaise hoga yaar? How will it
And
happen?
even if we try to tell someone we are going to buy this car, they make fun of you. Hey, what are you thinking? Well, what are you telling? You are still here, so small, chotu. You want to buy big car? How is it
Why are you
possible?
talking about big things, come down to the earth and all that stuff, right?
Correct.
So the idea is to program your subconscious mind to feel how you would feel 3 months after buying the car. The
Like
day one of buying
aram
the
se
car is obviously a
relaxed
lot of excitement.
driving.
Yeah.
Yep.
But 3 months later, after I bought the car, do you really think I'm excited every day about the car?
No, it's just a normal routine life. Yeah.
If you can see that item in front of you every day and you can feel normal about it, normal, not excited, now that thing coming in your life, chances are very high.
Mhm.
Some attraction will happen, some opportunities will come towards you. You will be able to make money and buy that thing now because you feel comfortable having that thing in your life. So anything you are comfortable with stays with you. Anything you're uncomfortable with goes away from you.
Absolutely love that. We just have to start manifesting. We have to put out our car, like the dream car with the dream photo, and then we also have to test drive. We have to experience and emotions, right? And Mitesh, tell us why it is so important for one to have emotional connect with the goal. And as you were telling, like the different chakras, right? How important it is, like all these chakras, and how do we achieve that, like the four needs, right? Like what are the most important needs if one can do it with a live assessment?
Okay. Now there are, based on 7 chakras, there are 7 needs that we all have. If you want, you can write it down. Each chakra has a specific need connected to as an emotional need. Example,
Hmm.
the first chakra is the root chakra, and the root chakra is connected to comfort need. We all need comfort, right? Like right now, you need the comfort of sitting where you're sitting in a chair. You need the comfort
Yes.
of knowing that it is going to work. You need the comfort knowing that your ceiling is not going to fall. You should be comfortable living in that room. Correct. You
Yep.
also need the comfort of that minimum air conditioner temperature that you're probably sitting with right now. We all need comfort in life. The
Yes.
problem is some people need too much comfort, some people need less comfort. But I'll come to that. So first is comfort based on your root chakra. The second is change based on your sacral chakra. Okay. The third is importance based on your solar plexus. The fourth is love based on your heart chakra. The fifth is growth emotion based on your throat chakra. The sixth is serving. Serving means helping other people based on your third eye chakra. And the seventh is nothing based on your crown chakra. The crown chakra is not about anything. The crown chakra is about nothing. So people who are monks, who live in a monastery, they don't need anything in life because they operate from the crown chakra. Now, once you now know and have awareness of these 7 chakras, the question is which of your chakras is most activated and least activated? What is the sequence of which is more activated, which is less activated? Here is an example of that. Let us say there is a person whose need for comfort is the highest. Okay.
Hmm.
And this person wants to be a millionaire. So, do you think his need for comfort is matching with his goal of becoming a millionaire? What do you think?
No, like they have to be uncomfortable in order to reach the goal.
Definitely not comfort all the time,
Yes.
right? You said Rikesh became the world champion of chess. Now, when he became the world champion of chess, do you think comfort is his number one need?
No.
No. So, somebody who's a millionaire, what do you think would be his number one need out of these seven needs?
Growth. Growth.
Exactly, growth. But unconsciously, a lot of us, we are wired in such a way that maybe comfort is our number one need, or maybe love is your number one need. And you're trying to be successful in business, so you're not succeeding in business. I know people who are successful in business but struggling in relationships. Make a guess why. Their need for
Maybe
love is
the love is very low, like the seventh, I believe. Hmm.
exactly sixth or seventh, right? Now, there are some people who get very angry very easily. They constantly talk to me properly. Why did you say this to me? Why didn't you call me for the party? What do you think is their highest need, number one need, which is affecting them all?
Growth.
No,
Growth.
important.
Okay. Well,
When people
importance.
importance need is number one, they're always upset about why did you not say that to me? Or why did you
Hmm.
talk to me in this tone? Why don't you respect me? What is wanting respect all the time? The need for importance. Correct?
Right.
So,
Yes.
two needs, if they are on the top three of your chakras, which is comfort and importance, will always create struggle for you between you and your goal attraction. But two needs, they are in their top three, will always create faster attraction for your success: serving and growth.
Right.
If you're
Absolutely.
serving, helping people, you will make money. If growth is your need, you will make.
Hmm.
So I would say write down your seven needs first. All seven needs: comfort, change, solar plexus is importance, love, growth, serving, and nothing. All seven. And now give it a sequence, that which is my sequence right now. And you'll realize that most people who are struggling in their life will realize that comfort and importance is in their top three. And if
Hmm.
you want growth in life, then bring growth on the top. Okay. People who are going through too many changes in their life will realize which need is on the top. Make a guess.
Can you tell me again?
People who have too many changes happening in their life, which need do you think is on their top?
Too many changes, so means I'll just write down.
Change. Simple change.
Yeah,
That's the
change. Correct. Correct. Yes. Yes.
so if somebody's change need is number one, they keep making changes. They keep getting bored with things. They keep getting bored
Correct.
with people. They keep getting bored with activities. They keep changing their career options. They're never sticking to one thing. Why? Because they
Yes.
get bored with things very easily. Why? Because change is their number one need.
Hmm.
If you match the sequence of your needs with your goals, you will attract anything you want in your life. But if your needs are not matching with your goals and you're doing affirmations, it'll never work. So
Right.
affirmations play a role in your life at 20%. Vision blade board plays your life a role in your life at 20%. All these things, basic activities of manifestation, play 20% role. 80% of the manifestation works based on your feelings, thoughts, and beliefs. Right?
Hmm.
In beliefs and feelings comes the technique of the seven chakras. So I would
So,
suggest that do the activity of activating your seven chakras every day through breathing.
hmm.
Create the right sequence of your needs, which aligns with your goals, and read that as an affirmation every day. Example, from what I'm understanding with my conversations with you, I'm pretty sure growth is your number one need right now.
Correct. Yes. Yes.
Or is it love, number one?
Growth. Growth. Yeah.
Growth is number one, right? I don't think you're crazy about trying to get married right now.
Yeah. No. First,
But if there is
once
somebody
we
who's crazy about getting married right now, what should be their number one need then? Love or
love should be the number one.
exactly. Now, in your case, it's growth. So repeat with me. Say every day,
Every day,
growth is my number one need.
growth is my number one need.
For growth, I'm willing to change.
For growth, I'm willing to change.
See, growth will automatically bring change, right?
Correct.
So I'm making you
Yes.
say the affirmation that for growth, I'm willing to change.
Yes.
While changing, say it again, while changing,
While changing,
I'm willing to serve people.
I'm willing to serve people.
And while serving, I'm willing to do it with love.
While serving, I'm willing to do with love.
Importance happens to me.
Importance happens to me.
I don't have to run behind it.
I don't have to run behind it.
I enjoy comfort once in a while,
I enjoy comfort once in a while.
and I enjoy doing nothing once in a while.
I enjoy doing nothing once in a while.
Now check how you're feeling when you're saying this sequence.
I feel like more amazed, more relaxed, and I'm in that flow state, right?
Yeah. I call this feeling sorted.
Mm.
Like right now, there's no
Then,
confusion in your head.
right. Like we have to prioritize if the growth is the first thing, second thing is like the
Change.
serving, and
Yeah.
third
Second
is
is
like,
change. Growth automatically
oh,
brings change. Growth,
right,
change, serving, love, after love, importance, comfort, and nothing. Now, in your particular case, that makes sense because that's your goal, right?
right,
But if someone is listening to this, if marriage is their number one goal, then for them it would be love, then change, because for love they would have to change,
right, absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
But we observe that people who are doing affirmations for marriage, if it's not working for them, that's because their current needs are based on comfort and importance
Hmm.
or growth.
Right, yes.
So they're being lazy towards meeting new people. They're not connecting. They're not going out and connecting with more and more people because they're saying, I broke up with some person in my past. I can't love somebody again. Somebody hurt me in the past. I can't take the chance of being hurt again.
Hmm.
You getting it? Now that is coming from comfort. That's not coming from love. That's not coming from change. But if I start saying this affirmation every day that I need love, and for love, I'm willing to change, and while changing, I'm willing to serve, and while serving, I'm willing to grow, while growing, I'm willing to enjoy my importance that I get, and once in a while, I'm willing to be comfortable and do nothing.
Hmm.
Now, when they
It
meet new
becomes
people, it comes from love. It feels more sorted. Now the affirmations will work.
absolutely. Love that. Love that. I believe this is one of the greatest analogies I have ever seen, right? Like it makes things like so clear, and one if they can basically follow this thing, it becomes so easy either for like the growth, if they want to achieve lot of success, if they want to get married and everything. And Mitesh, right now relationship for small things people fight with each other, and nowadays like there is so much of diverse all those things, right? How do we communicate, because humans always are like there is always a problem between the client and the customer, husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriend. How do we communicate it well, because one person is in one frequency, another person is in another frequency. Whatever we want to tell, how we perceive things is completely different than how they perceive. How to resolve issues.
Okay. Now, whenever it comes to relationship handling,
Hmm.
frequency is different means what? The word frequency in human life is not about buttons. A radio has buttons, which can change the frequency of a button.
Yep.
Wi-Fi has buttons. So on the laptop, you can change the Wi-Fi band from Airtel to Hathaway or something, right? Or Geo. It changes the frequency. But in human beings, we don't have a button, but
Yes.
we have. And I'll tell you what those buttons are. In
Hmm.
human beings, those buttons are called as expectations,
Yes.
right?
Everyone has an expectation. Like our mother has an expectation, mother-in-law has an expectation, children also have an expectation.
Correct. So the quality of relationship between two people is the quality of expectation management skills.
Hmm.
If I really want to vibrate at your frequency at a relationship level, I don't need to first write down what I need from you. Bad idea. What I need from you, I will write second step. First step is what you need from me,
Hmm.
right? Like, for example, this podcast. What do you need from me? Time. What else do you need from me? Knowledge, conversations, open, candid conversations. Correct.
Yeah.
I will
Yes.
write down saying, okay, what does Akshay need from me first? And give that.
Hmm.
Once I start fulfilling somebody's expectations, I am coming close to their frequency.
100% right.
Second, I will write down what I need from Akshay.
Hmm.
And what I'm asking, is that possible for Akshay? Is that relevant for Akshay? If it is yes, I will now communicate those expectations to you so that you can fulfill those expectations to me. So if I know that yes, Akshay can give it to me, and if I'm communicating that openly to Akshay, and then Akshay is fulfilling my expectation, what are the chances that you'll come close to my frequency?
It's way more higher because once after I get what I want, then I want to give whatever you want. I want to create the win-win situation.
Exactly. So the root cause of all conflicts in the world are mismatch of expectations. The more
Right.
we have
They need
mismatch,
it first before then they giving it first.
exactly, and mismatch of expectations happen because everybody's focused on I need. Nobody's focused on what can I give you? What do you need?
Right.
People have reversed this step. Mostly people follow the sequence of what I can get from you. First, you give it to me, then maybe I'll give you something in exchange. That's where mismatch of expectations happen. The correct sequence is what do you need from me and can I do that for you? Second,
Mm.
then what do I need from you? Can you do it for me and can I communicate that to you? Because if I
Yes.
don't communicate that for you, you may be able to do it for me, but if I don't communicate, there's a pretty high chance you won't fulfill that expectation. And then again, there will be a mismatch of expectation, which leads to a conflict, right? So, two
Right.
simple practical steps: write down what the other person needs from you, see if you can fulfill it. And if you can, go and fulfill it. Two, write down what I need from the other person. Ask yourself, can that person fulfill it? If yes, go and ask for it. Communicate once that person fulfills your expectations. Now there are two people fulfilling each other's expectations, frequencies matching, you're going to have a good relationship with each other. I guarantee you that.
Absolutely love that. And by doing this thing, I truly believe whatever problem, relationship problem, spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, you all can resolve like 90-95% of the issues, right?
That's true.
Just
That's true.
communicate,
I can't
just
say
give them.
entire relationship mastery course can be included only in this one lesson. There are so many more beautiful things to learn about relationships, but this is a great start. This step number one is a great start to solve majority problems in a relationship.
Absolutely amazing. And Mitesh, I see like you are part of Tony Robbins Platinum like membership. You have spent 50 lakhs. You're part of Anik's BOE. Anik was telling about me when I was having conversation. And you are also part of SIDS, Quantum, like so many events, right? Why are you constantly investing in yourself? And what has given you the highest return of investment? I believe you must have invested in real estate, stock market, crypto, or everything. What gives the highest return of investment?
Okay. So again, two questions. Part one is about my investing in myself. Part two is about
Yes.
investing in assets. So part one answer is the reason I keep investing in multiple gurus, multiple mentors is because first I love learning. It's not only
Yes.
about the ROI. I just love learning. That's absolutely my passion. Even right now, as we speak, I'm going through a 7 days online program, international time zone right now, US time zone. So I'm keeping awake all night, learning from
Oh,
somebody else right now, every night for 7 days. I just love learning. I don't, it's not always about, am I going to be able to make some money out of it? I just love learning. So if you remember
oh.
what I said at the beginning was the being part of it.
Mm.
Recently, when I went for the Tony Robbins program last year again, did I really need to go for that program? After coming from that program, would that have increased my income? Not really. I'm doing pretty well in life. It's not like that workshop was a must for me. But I still went because I love attending these programs. For me, investing in myself is something I love doing. It is something I'm extremely passionate about. I keep learning, keep learning. But learning is something I love to do. So that is the answer to your question, why I keep
Love that.
investing in myself. And obviously, because in my past I have seen the more I have invested in myself, the more I have grown as a person. So the
Yes.
level of our income always depends on the level of person you are. If
Mm.
my level of personality is low, how can my level of income be high?
No, not possible. Yeah.
Right? But my level of personality is increasing because I'm constantly learning as a person. Okay, so that's
Correct.
one part of your answer. The second part of your answer, which investment has given me maximum returns? I'll give you a very different answer for that.
Sure.
Anything that gives you highest returns today can be the lowest returning asset in the future. Anything
Yes.
that is the lowest returning asset today can become the highest returning asset in the future. Example: once upon a time, everybody said real estate, real estate, real estate, real estate. And truly, like there was a time when 15 years ago, 20 years ago, real estate was hot investment, right? Like you invest 10 lakh rupees in a flat today, and 10 years later, it was becoming 1 crore. Crazy amount of returns were coming. But is that happening today?
No.
No. So today, real estate market is low.
Mm.
So anything that was high once upon a time can be low today. But anything that is low today can be high tomorrow, right?
Yes.
For example, Not right now, as we speak in this market situation, um, the mutual fund market right now is kind of down, right? Because a lot of foreign money is going out. A lot of investors are leaving the market right now for whatever market situation reasons. So what happens is it affects your mutual fund portfolio. But just because it is giving you low returns today, does it mean it will not give you high returns in the future?
No.
No. So I'll come back to the point. Whatever is low today can give you high returns tomorrow. Whatever is high today can give you low returns tomorrow. So what do you do then? I don't believe in having the best investment strategy of one asset. I believe in diversified investments in all areas of life so that it always averages out the success of return of investment amongst all areas. Example, I do have investment portfolio for real estate. I have investment for gold. I have investment for mutual funds, for stocks, for startups, for ETFs. I have multiple type of investments that I do. And the reason I do that, because I know that when I look at my whole investment portfolio, something is going to show in red, something is going to show in green, but overall it shows in green because from somewhere it is red and from somewhere it is green. So I don't look at one asset at a time. I look at the entire portfolio at a time. And the average has to be higher. Does that make sense? So in one area,
Absolutely.
I invested 100, in two areas, invested 500. The 100 wala area gave me profit of 100% and made it 200. But the 500 wala area gave me only 10% profit. And in another area, I made 20% less. But overall, if my average portfolio is high, that is what you should look at. So a great investment strategy is always to have diversified investments across all assets and look at an average high profit in the future rather than looking at the best investment today. Because anything that is the best today can be the worst tomorrow.
True, true, 100%. It's all like diversifying and investing in ourselves, right? Like it gave you the highest return, right? Like investing, learning, because that is what is going to run the business, give you the cash flow day in and day out.
From
Amazing.
ROI
Love that.
point of view, I'm 100% sure investing in myself, doing these programs has always been the highest returns for me ever in my life, like 1,000 times ROI.
Wow, that's amazing. I just love that. And that's why I've named my company Real Knowledge Club, right? Like knowledge, learning. The more you learn, the good mentors you have, like you get the highest return of investment. Amazing. And Mitesh, like what are your like greatest aha moments or like the greatest achievements like you felt? I believe like you had Hrithik Roshan endorsing you, right? And like you have met Amitabh Bachchan. How did it happen? Did you actually manifest them, or like it happened because of luck or fluke? How did it happen? I'm so curious to know.
Yeah, it was a conscious manifestation. I remember when some time ago we were thinking of scaling our business as a law of attraction course business. We thought, like, how do we reach out to more people? And if you look at any traditional business in the world, whenever they want to scale, they bring in a celebrity. So we thought, okay, who do we bring in to become the brand ambassador of our company? And I thought, let's start with Amitabh Bachchan, but let's start with the best. And we sat down at one place, we made affirmations, we started saying those affirmations every day. I took a picture of me and Amitabh Bachchan, put it on the vision board.
Wow.
And uh, after 30 to 60 days, we started getting comfortable with the idea of meeting Amitabh Bachchan. So remember, condition the brain first to be comfortable with what you want.
Hmm.
After about 2 months of that, I remember uh, I had called 4 5 people to tell me if they can reach me to Amitabh Bachchan. And believe it or not, after 2 months, I got a call from the manager of Amitabh Bachchan saying, "We got your invitation from 2 3 different places. Can you come and meet us tomorrow?"
Wow.
That day, I was in Thailand with Indu for a holiday, and I remember we rescheduled the holiday. We returned that day, and then the next day we went to Mumbai. And we were, believe it or not, in 2 months, sitting in the house of Amitabh Bachchan in front of him like this physically, like 5 feet across. He was right in front of me. And it was one of the best experiences of our life. But for some reason, Amitabh Bachchan's deal didn't go through with us. So that evening, we were staying in Sun and Sand Hotel in Mumbai. When we came back from there, we were very happy that we met Amitabh Bachchan. Forget that it didn't work out. We didn't care because meeting him itself, I thought, and being in his house was like a huge manifestation come true. So we were very grateful about it. Came home that evening and said, okay, who else can we think about? And at that time, because War movie had just come at that time, so we thought, why not Hrithik Roshan? Let's try. That
Hmm.
evening, we said the affirmation for Hrithik Roshan. And Indu wanted to meet a friend of hers. Her name is Hetal. And Hetal came that evening to meet us in Sun and Sand. And we were generally sharing with her that we just came to meet Amitabh Bachchan, didn't work out, but we are now planning Hrithik Roshan. And Hetal says, I know Hrithik Roshan's manager. I was, wow,
Wow,
that cannot be a coincidence.
crazy.
So, in 4 hours after we had thought of Hrithik Roshan, the contact was with us. The next day, we called up this guy. 2 weeks after that, we were sitting in Hrithik Roshan's house, and the deal was done. And as you know, now he's our official brand ambassador.
Wow,
That's how it.
amazing. Congratulations. I was so happy to see. I think y'all also had written a book, right? Tell us about your book. What is that book all about, and how can one basically grab your book as well?
So you can easily find it on Amazon. It's called The Law of Attraction, right? And the book is all about how do you practice law of attraction in a more practical way. If I really describe the book in a very simple way, I would say this is not a book; it's a manual. It's a manual of law of attraction where you practice law of attraction in every chapter with exercises and assignments. Very easy to grab the book. Just go to Amazon, and I think it's on discount usually, and it's because it's a national bestseller. So just go to Amazon and grab the book now. It's called Law of Attraction by Mitesh Khatri.
Absolutely amazing. And Mitesh, what are your top three favorite books which you will recommend everyone to read as well?
Okay. First one is Silva Mind Control, the first book that I got introduced to as Law of Attraction. The second one being Unlimited Power by Tony Robbins. And the third one, Success Principles by Jack Canfield.
Wow, amazing. Love that. And do you recommend any documentary or like movies about like the law of attraction, law of manifestation?
Of course, the movie The Secret itself must be watched if people haven't already seen that. The second movie is by Tony Robbins. It's called I Am Not Your Guru. It's available on Netflix. Go watch it. It's mind blowing. And the third one is something that recently got published by Dr. Joe Dispenza. Let me just look it up. What is it called? Uh, it's 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 called Dr. Joe Dispenza. Just look it up. Dr. Joe Dispenza movie recently been published as a documentary, but it's one of the best manifestation documentaries I've seen in my life because it goes to the level of healing people with cancer, healing people with diabetes, healing people with arthritis. A blind guy gets his eyes back. Like that level of manifestation is coming true with what you'll see in this documentary with scientific research. So that's the
Absolutely
third documentary.
amazing. Love that. And Mitesh, for all the people who are watching this, right, like if they want to be part of your team or something, what are the qualities like you see in that person?
Oh, you mean part of my organization as a team?
Yes,
That's a new
yes,
question.
yes. If you were to hire someone, right, like what are the things like you see in a person? Do you see like a college degree? Do you see the intent? What are the three or four things you basically see?
That's a different question. I've never been asked that. Okay. So first is we generally don't look for a college degree. We look for skills. That is the
Mm.
skill required for my company right now. Whether it can be, let's say, video editing for YouTube, or whether it is some amount of copywriting skills for my emails. So first is there a particular skill that person has which is relevant to my work? Right? That is the first thing we see. Second thing we see is the person flexible to learn everything in my company? I'll give you an example of what I'm saying. So in our organization, we have something called holistic learning and practice, which means any one person will not do only one thing. Everybody has to learn to do everything because it's a small company, right? It's not like we have 100 things to do. We have basically few things that we do every day. It's recording my courses, doing my YouTube videos, writing my book, writing some blogs, taking care of customer service. So we all do everything. Like even my case, I'm not just a coach. Many times I will just sit and respond to my customers or to my students. So the emails are responded by me many times, not every day, but many times. So I will do the customer service also. I will do the coaching also. I will also make sure that I'm doing the technical writing. Sometimes I will do the editing part also. My editors will not do only editing. They will also learn how to create a landing page. They will also learn how to do customer service. They will also learn how to do facilitation. So everybody has to be flexible to learn everything and grow in any area. That's the second
It's like a
criteria.
multi-fascinated people, multidisciplinary. Yeah.
And then
Love
what
that.
happens because of they are trying everything, they eventually realize what they're really good at.
Mm.
And then we allow that person to grow in that area. But while that person is growing in that area, because he or she has learned everything, let us say if customer service right now, that person is on a holiday, because we all are good at customer service to a certain extent, we are all able to manage the load, even if that person goes for a holiday. If the editor goes on for a holiday, we may not be an expert on editing, but because we all know a little bit, we are not handicapped when that person has gone for a holiday.
Right.
Does that make sense? So that's our second criteria. The
Wonderful.
person has to be willing to learn everything.
Right. Love that. And do you prefer like a virtual team or like a physical team? Right. Like what is your this thing?
So generally, it's physical. Right now, we have three people sitting in my team right now in the office where I am right now, and these three people are physically with us. There's a fourth person who's today on holiday, but tomorrow he'll come back to the office. So four people are physical right now, and two are virtual.
Amazing. And your office is in Mumbai, right? If I'm not wrong.
Pune.
Pune. Oh, okay, okay. Amazing, amazing. Love that. And Mitesh, like you have impacted so many people lives when I was seeing on Google, like the India's topmost law of attraction manifestation, you were coming on Google, right? Like when it comes down to dominance, sharing your message to like more people, like you like the traditional media, like newspaper or like boardings or like podcast. I have seen like recently when I was researching questions, right? You are on almost every podcast show, right? Like, what is your take on it? Like, why are you coming on so many podcasts and the digital media?
Okay. So there is a business learning that I had many years ago from Tony Robbins and from Russell Brunson. And the learning is the company and the individual who is willing to spend the maximum amount of money to acquire a customer will always be the market leader. I repeat, the company or the individual who is willing to spend the maximum amount of money to acquire a customer will always be the market leader. So
Absolutely.
what I do is I spend more than a crore a month only on Facebook ads and Google ads. We have a huge amount of money that we also invest into influence marketing, going to multiple podcasts. Now we are coming on to OTT channels slowly, where when you see a Netflix ad or when you see a Prime movie that is going on Prime Video, or you're watching MX Player or you're watching Sony Live, between TV shows now you'll see our ads over a period of time. Why? Because any company or any individual who has the guts and willingness to spend maximum amount of money to acquire a customer will always be a market leader. So if I want to be a market leader, which means I want to be known as one of the, so I'll tell you the word I love to use. I don't
Sure.
love to use the word one of the top law of attraction coaches, because anything who's the top today can be bottom tomorrow. There's nothing called top.
Right.
Some other coach can become better than me tomorrow. I don't look at myself as top or bottom, but I want to be known as the most trustworthy law of attraction coach. And I want law of attraction to be practiced in every household of India. So if I want to be the most trustworthy and if I want to be known in every household, then I have to be willing to invest that amount of money to be known by
Mm.
that number of people and to spread this message to that number of people. So that's my take. It's all about constantly investing in your mission and your vision.
Absolutely love that. And even Dan Kennedy tells that, right? Like if we have to uh, impact more people, like we have to market, we have to share our good message, create the goodwill. And I truly believe giving knowledge, education is the way how we can impact
Correct.
140 crore Indians and every family they can start implementing, because once they fix the right mindset, work and everything becomes into like reality. That was super amazing. And Mitesh, for all the people who are watching this podcast, how they can basically learn more about like law of attraction, law of manifestation, how they can make everything into like reality, how they can connect with you and learn more.
So one is we'll share a link with you, which is probably below this
Sure.
video right now. Click on that link, register for the free DMP. That is one. And don't stop learning law of attraction from one person. Keep learning. The more you learn, the more you grow. Understand different perspectives. Like some of the names I have told you, learn law of attraction from them also, whether it is Jack Canfield, whether it is Tony Robbins, whether it is Silva Mind Control. Because when you learn from the best, you know that you're getting the most authentic learnings that they have already implemented. That is why I said being the most trustworthy is more important than being the topmost, right? So one is
That's
keep learning, get our course free for now, learn from multiple coaches on law of attraction. That is one. The second and the last advice that I would give people before I leave is the most important advice that I give to all my students, which is be comfortable with duality. I repeat, be comfortable with duality, which means be comfortable with positive and negative both. Be comfortable with good and bad both. Be comfortable with negative and positive both. Be comfortable with problems and challenges both. Because life is made of both. If you're addicted to only positivity, you will not be able to manifest things in life. Because anything that you're going to manifest will always have two parts. It'll have a positive and a negative. And if you're not comfortable with both, you won't manifest the next level. You'll remain stuck at this level. If you want to go to the next level, you got to be comfortable with both levels, the positive part of that and the negative part of that. Right? Example, if today you're a podcaster and you want to become India's topmost podcaster, right? Like Ranveer or like Raj Mani,
Right.
you got to be comfortable with duality. You got to be comfortable with two things in your comments. Can you make a guess what?
Ups and downs, right? Like being a winner, sometimes being a loser, also like duality.
Comment section, what do you need to be comfortable with? Make a guess.
Sorry, can you tell again?
As a podcaster, in the comments of your podcast, you got to be comfortable with what? Make a guess.
Positive, like the winner.
Now, you got to be comfortable with positive comments and negative comments both.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes,
Got to
right.
be comfortable with compliments also and criticism also.
Correct. And now many people have this criticism also, right? Like if somebody tells something, oh my God, I should not show my face only, right? Yeah, that's very
That's what I
important.
mean. Be comfortable with both. You cannot be the topmost in the world without attracting certain amount of criticism. You got to
Mm.
be comfortable with compliments and criticism both. Are people give criticism to Amitabh Bachchan also? Who are you and me? They will watch a movie of Amitabh Bachchan, come back and roast Amitabh Bachchan on social media, right?
Yeah, on
That
Twitter they fight with each other, right? Yeah,
Amitabh Bachchan ke din gaye, he's no more a good actor. People will say all nonsense. But the point is, Amitabh Bachchan is comfortable with both, and that is why he's not scared of making big movies because he's always comfortable with duality. Any person in the world who wants to be successful and go to the next level, my last advice is be comfortable with duality, be comfortable with compliments and criticism both.
absolutely. That was phenomenal advice, right? We have to take care of like the highs and lows and everything, right?
Right?
And it was super incredible podcast. I truly believe, Mitesh,
Thank you.
whatever you have shared from having the right relationship partner to growing in financially in the career or in the business to everything. It was like super, super amazing. Thank you so much for sharing your incredible wisdom with all of us. And everyone who is watching this, do share it with your friend whom you think it is going to add value, right? Whom you think is like lonely, who is feeling like depressed, how they can go to the next level by applying the right principles, because tactics can work today or tomorrow, but law of attraction, law of manifestation can ever work for you, your family, your children, and everything. And do let us know what's your top three biggest takeaway. Do like it, do share it, tag your friend on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and on WhatsApp. Let's make a world a better place to live, and let's make this year one of the greatest phenomenal years ahead. Right? And thank you so much once again, Mitesh, and have a great day, everyone. Have a great
Thank you.
day. Bye bye, guys. See you.
By now, you must have understood in order to reach the goal, you must have the right systems and processes. If you're like a coach, consultant, entrepreneur, and you want to have a system in place, like a proper funnel, landing page, like webinar, and want to make the webinar even more persuasive, like a you need a persuasive script and you need an LMS, learning management system, to launch, like put out your course, like a proper system and a community and everything, like with right WhatsApp automation, CRM, and everything. And what you can do is like you can book a call with us in the link in the description, me or my team. You can connect with us on a discovery call and we'll understand where you are right now and where you want to be, and we'll tell you exactly how we can help you out, or if not, we can redirect you to some other source, right? With that being said, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to the podcast. Bye bye.